Hello guys, how are you? In this video we are going to see some solver problems involving linear inequality. Let's dive in. Question number 1 says, what is the solution of the inequality 10.5x greater than 147? So the question is 10.5x greater than 147. So to solve this is number 1. So to solve this, you multiply both sides by 10 to eliminate this half point. So 10.5, okay, you can just write 10.5x greater than 147. First, you can divide both sides by 10.5. So your x is greater than 147 divided by 10.5. Then you multiply by this x is greater than 147 divided by 10.5, multiply 10 over 10, yeah? So that gonna be how much? 10.5 times 10 is 105. Your x is greater than 147 times 10 over 105, yeah? But 147 is, you can cut here, you can divide by 3 because the sum is divisible by 3. So this is 49 times 3. You can write this 10 as 2 times 5 divided by this 105 is, you can cut here, divided by 3. You can just, it's gonna be actually 21 times 5. All right, so you can omit the 5. So your x is greater than, so x is greater than 7 times 7 is 49. 3 times 2 times 5 over, instead of 21 you can write 7 times 3 times 5. Now you can cancel the 1 of the 7, 1 of the 3, the 5. So your x is greater than only 7 times 2, 40. That's the solution. Question number 2. Kat has a fruit stand in the morning. He has 25.5 pounds of patches. He sells a bag of patches that each weighs 1.5 pound. So the weight of each is how much? So the weight of one of the patch, each patch, or the weight of each patch is how much? So each patch, that is 1.5. This is, you can say this is, you can say 1.5, yeah, pounds. This is the weight of a single patch. So if you have two patch, so it's gonna be 2 times 1.5 pound. If you have 3 patch, it's gonna be 3 times 1.5. So if you have b number of patch, you're gonna have how much? b times 1.5, right? So this is the same as 1.5 b. This is the number of patch sold, right? I mean the weight of the patch sold, the weight. So the total number is 25.5 patch. 25.5 patch minus the amount of sold is 1.5 times b. So it is required to be less than how much? It's less than, it says less than 3 pounds. This is an inequality equation. So you can just write 1.5. 1.5 is, so you can say this is 3 over 2, same as 3 over 2. So this 25 is 25 times, I mean, you can just times 2 improper fraction, yeah, plus 1 over 2. So that is 25 times 2 is how much? 52, not 50 plus 1 over 2. So this is how much? 51 over 2. Then the equation is going to be 51 over 2 minus 3. This is 3 over 2b. 3 over 2b less than 3. Now you can multiply everything by 2. So this times 2 and this. So we're going to get how much? This is just 51. 50, sorry. 51 minus 3b less than, so when you multiply this one by 2, you just cancel the denominators, you can multiply by 2, so less than 6. Now move, I'm sorry, there is minus here, and here is actually we have already done. So this is how much 51 is less than 6 plus 1.5b. Now we have this one, then bring the 6, 51 minus 6 is how much, less than 3 over 2. I'm sorry, actually we have, so when you multiply every single equation from here by 2, this becomes how much, 52, I mean only 51, and this 3 over 2b becomes only 3b, and 3 becomes 6. So when you take the minus 3b here, so it's going to be plus here, and when you take this 6 to the other side, you're going to get 51b, so less than 3b. So this is how much, this is gonna be how much, 51 minus 6 is how much, it is 45. Yeah, 45 less than 3b, meaning the 3b is greater than 45. Yeah, so this divided by 3 by 3, so your b is greater than 15. That's the solution. The next question is, Mikhail is saving money to buy his senior class rings. The basic cost of the ring is $280 plus any upgrade he wants to purchase. If he saves 35 each month, yeah, which solution will represent how many months it takes for Mikhail to purchase his rings? So number 3, the most important equation is he gonna save $35 for 1 month, 2 times $35 for 2 months, and 3 times $35 for 3 months. Then m times $35 for what? For m months. Yeah, so how much he is required to save? The base is 280 and plus the increment, so 35 times the number of months he just saved is what? This has to be greater than or equal to 280 plus what? The amount of increase. So it has to be greater than or equal to 225, but this 35 times the number of months greater than 180, I mean 280, you can divide by 35, so you're gonna get m has to be greater than, so you can see this 280 288 times 10 over this is 35, so this number of months should be greater than 28 is 4 times 7, so the 10 is 5 times 2 over 35 is 5 times 7, so the number of months is how much? So you can cancel the 7 by this and this by that. So what else? 4 times 2, so the number of months has to be greater than or equal to 8 months, so he has to save at least for 8 months. So on number 5 you are given, I mean number 4, we are given, so place an x in the table showing if each value is or is not a solution for the inequality. This 2 over 5 y minus 13 greater than minus 1/5. So let's find the solution first. First let's multiply every single term by 5. So you do 5 times 2y over 5 minus 5 times 13, so greater than minus 15 times 5. So this is y minus 5 times this 5 times 30, so this is how much? 65 greater than, that is 75 times, I mean this 5 times 5 is 25. We get 2, that is 2, yeah, 75 negative. All right, so when you take this minus to the other side, you're gonna get y is greater than minus 75 plus 65. Yeah, so your, I'm sorry, it's 2y. Yeah, so your 2y is greater than minus 10. So this means what? This means, so you're gonna divide both sides by 2. Your y is what? When you divide by 2, so the equation 2y is greater than minus 10, you can divide by 2 here and there. So this is y greater than the 10 divided by minus 5. So y must be greater than minus 5. So when we come to the table, is minus 10 a solution? So minus 10 is not greater than minus 5. So this is not a solution. Is minus 5 a solution? No, because it has to be greater than, not or equal to. So this is not a solution. How about 0? So 0 is greater than minus 5, but 0 is a solution. So the equation is, so this the only this one is, only this one is a solution. This is a solution, not solution. These two are not solution. All right. Number 5, we have Padium goes to the country fair for $20. So the entrance is 3.75 and each ride cost is 3.25, which inequality can be used to, so find the number of rides are, right? So finding can go on. Now you do the total amount of content in the fare is 20. The entrance is this much. So the inequality equation is the $20 minus the entrance fee. So that is 3.75, and the cost of one ride is how much? It is 3.25. 2 ride is how much? It is 2 times 3.25. 3 ride is how much? It is 3 times 3.25. So when you come to R rides, it's gonna be R times 3.25. So minus, right? So minus what? Minus the number of riders, 3.25 times the number of riders, must be greater than, I mean, not greater than, should be 0, or this should be 0 or greater than 0. You can have some change, yeah? Greater than is equal to 0. So we can write this as a subject, meaning the negative can be taken to the other side. So 3.25 times the number of ride plus the 3.75 entrance. So should be what? This should be this the expense should be less than or equal to 20. That is the equation. So number 6, which inequality has a solution on the graph? So this is a graph given, and there is minus 5 here, minus 6, that's minus 7, right? So this is a graph given, and this is the line, and there is minus 5 here. After minus 5 there is minus 6, and this is minus 7, and the minus 7 is included, and this is going like this, is somewhere here. So the inequality for this one is, so you can call this one y. So y is greater than or equal to minus 7 is the equation, because this is minus 7 including. So let's solve each of them. So this is the inequality. A says minus 14 less than 2y, so meaning 2y is actually greater than minus 40 divided by 2 by 2. So y is greater than, no, there's no equal to option, so that is greater than minus 7. So this is not the solution. So when we come to the second choice minus 14 greater than 2y. Yeah, so this time you do 2y is less than minus 40, so over 2, so your y is less than minus 7. This is not the solution. Then C2, I'm sorry, on C, what we have is minus 40 less than or equal to 2y. This means 2y is greater than or equal to minus 40 divided by 2 by 2. So your y is greater than or equal to minus 7. So that is the equation. I mean, this is the proper equation for that graph. The other is which inequality represents that 70 less than twice a number is not more than 35. So twice a number, so let's call the number n. So twice n, it says which are less 17 represent, which inequality represents that 70 less than twice a number. So twice a number, 70 less than twice a number. So twice a number minus what? Minus 17. So should be what? Twice a number is not more than 35. Less than or equal to. It's not more than means less than or equal to 35. So this is the inequality. So the answer is, yeah, it is on A. So this is the answer is this one. All right. The next one is British garden contain 24 more lively blooms than closer to rose blues. Her garden has at least 70 blooms. So there are two things here. The first is 24 more than. So the number of lily blues. So L is garden contains 24 more than. Yeah, so L garden contains 24 more than rose bloom. So this is equal to how much? So it's the rose blue plus 24. Yeah, this is the equation, but it says her garden has at least 70 lily blues, meaning the L blue is how much? At least means at least 76 means greater than or equal to 76. But instead of this L, you're writing this one. R plus 24 is greater than or equal to 76 is the appropriate inequality. And you are going to solve this. So when you solve this, what's going to happen is just you do R plus 24 is greater than or equal to 76. So R is greater than or equal to 76 minus 24. Then R is greater than or equal to this is 2, that is 5, 52. Yeah, so it is 52. The other question is a city bus can hold a maximum of 46 passengers. So the number of passengers city bus can hold is 60. So the number of passengers is gonna be how much? The maximum number means the maximum capacity is less than or equal to 68. Yeah, so at the beginning it has 14 passengers. So then the same number of passenger P get on the bus each of the next six stops. So meaning there are 6 stops. In stop 1, he gonna have P number of passengers. In the second station, it gonna have 2 times P. So in the 6 up to the 6, it's gonna have 6 times the number of passengers in each. So the total number is this one. So the question says what is inequality can be used to represent the possible number of passengers on the bus after each of the stops. It says so the total amount is 68. So the beginning it has 40 minus 40, and this is how much? Minus again 6 times the P. This is how much? if it is fully loaded, so this can be 0. If it is just more space, if there is more space, this can be less than 0. Yeah, so this can be greater, meaning less than or equal to 0. You can take you can say the 14, the in the beginning, plus the number of 6 times the number of peoples in each in each sides, meaning the in each bus station maybe. So what can this, the sum of this can be maximum 68. This is greater than, I mean less than, sorry, less than or equal to 68. When it is fully loaded, it's 68. When it is just some more, it's gonna be just less than 68. So this is the equation that this thing may describe. Number 10 says a line has 80 more than 4 times the number of cars as Marisha. So there is I'm sorry, your line J is here, has 80 more than. So when you just minus 80, so you're gonna get what, 4 times the number of Marishas. So has at least, then Marisha has, Joe has at least, Joe has at least means the number of the thing Joe has 86 toys. Jolene has at least 86 toys, means the number of things this guy has is greater than or is equal to 86. So when you solve for this, you're gonna get from this one, so the number of Jolie is how much? 4 times the number of Marisha, then plus 80 toys. So this is the expression for J. So J has 4 times Marisha's plus 80, and this says the number of toys on Jolie is greater than or equal to 86. Marisha can have. So we are going to use this J is greater than or equal to 86, means 4 times M plus 80 is greater than or equal to, instead of J we are using 4 times 80, 4 times Marisha plus 80 greater than or equal to 86. So 4 times Marisha is greater than or equal to 86 minus 80. So when you subtract 86, 8, this is 7, this is 16, and it is 8, 6, 7 minus 68. So 4 times Marisha is greater than, actually, or equal to 86. Now divide both sides by 4. So the Marisha number of car toys Marisha has is greater than or equal to 68 over 2. No, over 4. So that is 38 over 2 greater than or equal to 38. Marisha has 90, at least 90 greater than. The number of toys on Marisha is greater than or equal to 90. That's how you do it. Okay, now we have number 11. Graph the solution. You have equation. So this is 3.25 of x minus 8, where is 5. So you are going to show this on the number line. First, let's find the solution. Take this one to the other side. So you can add 8 both sides. 3.25x plus 8 minus 8 greater than 5 plus 8 both sides. So this is 3.25 times x is how much? This is how much? Greater than 13. Yeah, that's 13. So x is greater than 13 over 3.25. So you can do this as x is greater than 13 over 3.25 multiply 100 over 100. So when you do this, you're gonna get x is greater than 13 times this 100 is 4 times 25 over this is how much? 325, 325. But this 325 is how much? 13 times your x is greater than 13 times 4 times 25 over this 325 is 13 times 25. So your x is greater than how much? It is greater than 4. So you have a number line. You are supposed to find the graph of the solution. If this is a number line, so there is 0 here, and where is 4? So here may be 4. So your solution gonna include, this is just a hole, no shaded hole because no is equal to. So this is the graph. Any number not including 4 greater than 4 is the solution. That's the solution. The next number is this number 13, this one. So it says what is the solution of this 3 over 4x minus 22 greater than or equal to 8. The first step is add 22 both sides. 3 over 4x plus 22 minus 22 greater than 8 plus 22. So this is 0. 3 over 4x greater than 30. So now this 3 over 4x greater than 30 multiplied by 4 over 3 by 4 over 3. So you can cancel this by this. So x is greater than 30 is 3 times 10 times 4. You can put 1 here. 1 times 3, 1 times 3. So your x is greater than, you can cancel this by that, 40. That's the solution. The next question is number 40. This is number 40. So Gray has a plan to build a table that measures 3 feet wide. He wants the area of the table to be greater than 9 square feet. All right, so we have a rectangular shape. So the width is, so there's a rectangle. So the width is, how much is the width? The width is 3 units. 3 feet. So he wants to have area of the table to be greater than 9. So there is some length L, yeah. So the area is length times width. If this is width, so the area is length times width for rectangle, and the restriction is made here. It's the square. It's not great. The area is greater than 9 feet means the length times width has to be greater than 9 square feet. So the width is 3. So 3 times the length is greater than 9. 3 lengths greater than 9. Now you divide greater than, yeah, so you divide by 3, so by 3, so your length has to be greater than 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3.